Hello everybody from a very windy, blustery England, or corner of England should I say. This is your weekly reading for the 7th to the 13th of December. With regards to everything that's happened recently, I do hope everyone's safe and certainly just a little bit more focusing on the love, I think, rather than the fear. And that's what people tend to do. They tend to be quite panicked about things. So I'm just here to tell you, as a little message before we start, feel the love, do not give in to the fear. Because I think that's what a lot of people, certainly the universe, wants you to know. There's no reason to be fearful if you focus on the good that is still happening. Okay? Everyone's talking and being unified, so. For this week, I'm going to use Nature's Whispers Oracle cards. I received this a few weeks ago now, and it's been very, very pleasant in reading. So I'm just going to ask these cards. If you'd like to see me shuffle, I'll just hang on. I have to shift myself a little bit. Just going to ask the cards what message they have to give for this week of December 2015. I'm going to draw 3 cards from the deck. Hopefully they'll fit on the screen. Oh wow, this keeps coming up for me. Okay. Wow, what was I just saying? Acceptance of love. There we go. I will attempt to sort this out for you and get all these cards in the screen. And I will hold them up as and when I talk about them, but looking from it, for me, this is basically being clear about who you are and the fact that you are deserving of love, and the fact that you don't need to be fearful of what's coming through. It's a negative energy that doesn't really concern your innermost power and your innermost wisdom. This is something that's kind of around us now, very heavy energy. I'm sure a lot of you have actually felt it yourself. It's not just the obvious thing that's happening in the world. It is a lot of other things that, you know, it's kind of a ripple effect. So one act of negativity or can ripple through, and the people who are susceptible to shadow, they will start to, you know, act in ways that you weren't aware of before. Now this, I don't think, is very clear that you're not susceptible to shadow. Okay, if you're watching this video, if you're resonating with these cards, you're not susceptible to shadow. This is almost like saying remembering who you are, because I just read a little bit or remind myself of these cards. It's very hard to memorize the meanings and go off intuition as well. With this one, be your best self always. Now this, to me, this has come up in several personal readings and also several face-to-face readings as well, actually. This is basically asking yourself how you're feeling at this moment. Now, are you being the person you aspire to be? Basically, you choose the way to feel. And I think even in the book, I'll get it in a second, I think it does say you consistently choose how you act, choose to feel the way you feel, you determine your mood. And for instance, it could be a knee-jerk reaction to anything, to react in fear, if that, you know, what happened recently. But I think if you chose to just brush that off, or brush the worries away, and said, okay, I'm just going to get down and do my damnedest to get this sorted, or I'm just going to leave it up to the universe to deliver however much they want, I think that would do you a great deal. So if you don't feel 100% with regards to your health or anything like that, you're probably going to feel a little bit down or worse for wear and find it sometimes a struggle to actually feel energy. But don't worry about that. You know, it will improve. And just keep kind of saying a conscious thought has the ability to change more than just your own life, because we are all a united consciousness. So if you're kind of being down, you might start to attract the people who are also down, if you know what I mean. So just try and be your best self always this week, and recognise that how you react to something, for instance something that somebody else says, if you know that they meant it disparagingly, decide with yourself as to whether you want to even be friends with that person, or if you find a different slant as to how they said it. Because I'm not sure that they are acting of their own accord. I am aware that they may be acting because of a shadow aspect of themselves. So just keep that in mind. So with this one, it's the clear endeavour. And this to me is something that you truly desire, is there just needs a bit more commitment. So this could be emotional or physical. Identify basically what your needs are at this time, because to actually commit to a goal, you need to be willing to put in the time and make it become a reality. Because hard work, yeah, is one thing. You know, you can do hard work in spits and spots, but it's the commitment to do it every day or every week or everything. So once you decide on the course of action, again being your best self always here, then we have the idea of, you know, making it clear with yourself, I need to give my best everything that I do. Now I also feel that this gives plenty of new opportunities in a way for you to reach your goals in no time. So if you do pay attention to your signs that are coming around you, if you do pay attention to the aspects that are coming through for you as well, you may seem to get there a lot quicker. You'll have your head down so much, working hard at feeling your inner goals, and I think this is for a lot of you more to do with changing the way you think or changing your attitude. I am getting a kind of message of that. And also similarly, it seems like there would be, how to put it, just supporting yourself by being clear about what you want, because then other people will be clear with you. Actually, they're showing me the northern lights here, so this is almost like filtering the beauty through, and the beauty is truth. That's what they just said. And it's also winter scene, and it's very nice. So chiming in with December, even if it gets really cold, or even if it gets very how to say it, very frosty even with other people, this is a time for family. So if you feel like you can rise above certain things with regards to family issues, to join together this month in whatever you celebrate, even if you don't, see if you can do that. But make sure that you commit to this idea of changing your attitudes, of changing your thought process. Because then we have acceptance of love. Now this is representation of the harmony of opposites. It's masculine and feminine. So you, in this week, I feel it's important to understand that you're a whole. You are basically in a balance that needs to happen in the world. The world is very unbalanced right now. Too much focus on power, too much focus on the importance of money. People are judged by how much money they have, their credit history. That makes them worth getting things out. That's incredibly wrong. People need to be judged not on their credit history, and they need not to be judged on how much they earn a week or a month, and they don't need to be judged on whether they have the latest clothes. They need to be judged on how much love they hold in their heart, if they are to be judged at all. Because I'm more of a let everybody live as they want to live kind of person, but sometimes you have to know when to honour mistakes and recognise mistakes. I think if you express more love this week and allow yourself to feel loved, maybe by family, maybe by the universe itself, your guides and angels and whoever you want to work with do seem to be giving you a lot of love. Everything happens exactly when it is supposed to, so just kind of feel drawn to a little bit more understanding in the way of love and harmony. Now I might put up another video soon or the week after, because I'm not sure as to my availability, But if you would like a reading with me, just go to the links down below. I also have all the information you may need on supporting me on Patreon, getting in contact via email, and just connecting with me on Twitter and everything like that. I want to also encourage you, because with these, I'm going to see if I can lay them out for you, so you may, if you want to, just pause this video, see if you want to meditate on the cards. I just want to say that these are not, this is scary times, but these are not times to give in to that scaremongering thing. There's an empathy here, but also a disconnection. A lot of people need to turn off the news, because that's a manipulation in itself of some of the facts and dramatization. Some of you need to reconnect with what you feel is important, and I'm really drawn to this, which seems to be quite a very strong colour coordination for this card. And I think it does actually show, I'm trying desperately to remember the name of it, but I'm afraid I can't. It's a recent stone that I got, crystal, sorry. But I feel that this is very important for you. This is clarity of thinking, this is needing to be, and also we have that there. See, they wanted to come down with me today for my readings, and I was like, why? But they wanted me to come down for that. You belong there, okay. But I think that this is basically trying to say to you that there is a clarity of thought that is going to hit a lot of people who are ascending, and I don't know, there's not a lot of chatter about this week, really. There's not a lot of excitement about this week. There's just more, be one with yourself, be one with your loved ones, be one with this new way of thinking, this new goal that you have, new attitude. Say for instance you're going to light a candle every morning and give out a thought or a prayer or an energy to the universe, just of appreciation. I think that's that. I think that's what that means. Yeah, they're not being very active. I think they're all worn out. Well, there's a lot of energy that's been depleted recently because of events, but it does look like it's going to take a big, like at the moment it's going like down, and it's going to go whoosh and really come forward. So I'm really looking forward to that. It looks like it's going to be a good Christmas, or Christmas time. I'll leave that with you. If you would like to meditate on those cards, feel free. And again, if you want to get in touch with me, all the links are down below. In the meantime, do take care, my dear hearts, and I'll speak to you soon.